Assalamu alaikum dear students, this is Sir Mohsin. I welcome you with another lecture. Dear students, today I am going to teach you from section Grammar, lesson 3, phrases and clauses. So let's get started. Dear students, so first of all I would like to let you know the definition of phrase. A phrase is a group of words which does not include a finite verb. So here are some examples. A sad story, in the room, from the house, at the market. So these all are phrases, means it gives you incomplete sense but not a complete. So phrase is a group of words but does not include a finite verb. So here is an example of clause. What is a clause? So this is a definition. A clause is a group of words that includes a finite verb and a subject. Means clause has subject and finite verb as well. So here are some examples. Number one, he was reading a sad story. So this is a complete sentence. In this sentence it has subject and a finite verb as well. Second sentence, when he was in the room. So there is a verb and there is a subject as well. So this is a clause. So let's go further. So dear students, as I have given you some example, so example number 1 is a main clause because it is a complete statement and can stand alone. So example number 2 is a subordinate clause because it is not complete as a statement and cannot stand on its own. So a sentence may contain a main clause and a subordinate clause. So there are some examples. As you can see, sentence number 1a, the person who sells food must keep the canteen clean. Sentence number 2a, the lady who is sitting there is the principal. Sentence number 3a, the building which stands by the river is a factory. So these all examples are for subordinate clause, means they are clauses but they have conjunction. So that's how they are called subordinate clause. As you can see, the last heading, they can be changed into adjective phrases by omitting the relative pronouns who and which and changing the finite verb into non-finite. Means when we want to change into adjective phrase, so we have to omit, means we have to remove relative pronouns. So when we remove relative pronouns, so it becomes finite verb and it becomes adjective phrase. Okay, so let's go further. So there are some examples. As you can see, they become adjective phrase. How? When I have given you some examples, up slides, so down slide, this is the slide. When you see example number 1b, the person selling food must keep the canteen clean. So we have removed here relative pronoun who. Okay, in sentence number 2b, the lady sitting there is the principal. So we have already removed here who, so it becomes adjective phrase. So third b, the building standing by the river is a factory. So we have removed here which, so they become adjective phrase. As you can see examples down, who sells in number sentence number 1 becomes selling, and who is sitting in sentence number 2 it becomes sitting, and which stands in sentence number 3 it becomes standing. So we have removed relative pronoun who and which, and we have used here present participle form. Okay, so they have become adjective phrases. Now let's see another note. Adverb clauses can be reduced to adverb phrase too. So this is a example of adverb clause. As you can see on your screen, example number 1a, when he saw his friend he called out to him. So now example number 1b, seeing his friend he called out to him. So it becomes adverb clause. Sentence number 2, when he had seen the picture he passed them on to the others. So sentence number 2b, having seen the picture he passed them on to others. So it becomes adverb clause. Okay, so sentence number 3a, because she was insulted by her friend she refused to keep an appointment. So sentence number 3b, insulted by her friend she refused to keep an appointment. So in sentence number 3b it becomes adverb clause when we have removed some words. Okay, so let's go further for this better understanding. Dear student, this is a note, so you have to understand. I hope you will understand easily. This is a note. When the conjunction is written, a passive finite verb is reduced to the present participle of be, followed by the past participle of the main verb. So here are some examples. After he was released, he settled in another country. Means there is a conjunction after. So when we use after conjunction, when we make passive finite, so it becomes being released. Means we have to use be followed by past participle. Means we have to use be form ing with past participle means third form of the verb. So after he was released, he settled in another country. If we make into passive finite, so we will change after being released, he settled in another country. Hopefully you have understood. Okay, so let's go further for the last page. So dear students, what you have to do, you have to read your topic phrases and clauses from your grammar section. After reading your topic, what do you have to do? You have to do home assignment. So solve the exercise 1, 2, 3, page number 128 to page 130. Okay, hopefully you will do it easily after reading your topic. Okay, till then, Allah Hafiz, I will see you. Okay, Allah Hafiz.